Hello and welcome back to the UBF podcast channel with another episode of Bloody Good Football. I'm Abz.
And I'm Tom Abz. Wow, what a week of football. Some continental finals, Abdul. Some dramatic league clashes. But I want to take you a bit out of our area, Abdul. Real Madrid and their home fans. Did you see the booing? Vinicius in tears. Bellingham copped a bit. There were some accusations that Bellingham's an alcoholic. What has gone wrong? What is it?
You don't sack someone like Xabi Alonso, mate.
I don't get it because you look at it, and obviously Barcelona won the Super Copa. Congratulations to them, 3-2. But it was just shocking. He wanted a guard of honour. The players said no. Tried to one-up him. He gets the sack, and the whole fans are turned on the club.
Yeah, look,
I have never seen the Santiago Bernabeu turn on. I've never seen it.
Yeah, look, we know it's a club run by their players. Effectively, it's egos, and that's why managers there previously have never been the best tactically, but have known how to manage egos. And I think that's where Xabi Alonso effectively, fell apart of this time there. But before we do get deeper into that, shout out to LAC Athleisure.
Yes.
Use UBF15 for 15% off all your LAC Athleisure needs. On top of that, if you're looking to film anything or you're looking to come out here to get a photo shoot, whatever you need, check out the LAC studios as well. They've got a deal at the moment. I believe it's if you book 3, you get 2 for free.
That's it.
Something along the lines of that. But yeah, check them out. And we thank them for having us here today, Thomas, as always.
Per usual. Thank you, LAC. Abdul, back to Spain.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. I'm there. You turn the volume up, even halfway on your phone or halfway on your laptop, wherever you're watching it from, on the TV, YouTube, whatever. It is deafening. It is really bad. I remember when Gareth Bale copped a bit, okay, whatever, but this is players that have won Champions League for them. Vinicius scored against Liverpool 2020 to win them the Champions League.
Yeah, look, and the fans, including myself as a Madrid fan.
Fans run the club.
They run the club, and in the way of, I think there's a bit of an entitlement there as Real Madrid fans because you're used to such success and you're not used to seeing your club, act the way they do or, get the results that they do on the pitch, even getting knocked out of the cup the other day as well on top of that. Yeah, it's a valid reaction from the fans, but at the same time, I think the club, with Xabi Alonso, you knew what you were getting. You knew ultimately.
He's not a manager.
No, and you've also got to make sure that at the end of the day, you've got the right man in charge. And I don't know who they're going to bring in now.
Where to from there, Abdul? Because I've heard a lot of things, and even a crazy statement. Does Zidane come back? Do you break the bank? No. Do you break the bank?
I don't know, maybe... I'm trying to think of other managers.
Do you break the Zidane Mbappe? Zidane, it would work. It would work.
Look, Zizou, I think definitely is an option, but I don't know if he'd come back and do it. He's done, bro. Bring back Carlo. Don Carlo, mate.
But it is bad. I wanted that to raise to you and get your thoughts, because that is embarrassingly bad. I'm hearing it. It's disgusting to hear. Against your club, Vinicius in tears. Obviously hasn't been the best this year. It's just sad.
Look, I'm going to put a statement out there. I think, although, yes, he's getting criticism, I think Vinny's up there with probably one of the more overrated players in world football. I have to say it. I think he's great.
2 years ago, we were talking about Ballon d'Or.
I don't know. There's just something about Vinny that just doesn't tickle my fancy in a way. I think playing in that Madrid team, obviously, gives him the title that it does. But I think take him out of that Madrid team, he struggles a little bit. But I think he gets a lot more hype than, I don't know. It's like when you had, I'm trying to think is a good example. Like Morata at Madrid.
That's the best example you could find.
I'm just saying there's players in there that aren't necessarily as good as they are, but because they're playing for Madrid, you enter that sort of next level. You look at that midfield, look at Casemiro. Great midfield at Real Madrid. Put him at Manchester United.
A solid game on the weekend.
Oh, he did. He did. But I think there's a big conversation to be had about a few of the players at Madrid and what level they're held at in world football. And I think Vinny, and I know I'm riding a bandwagon here, but I'm starting to see the whole Vinny's a bit overrated. Partly with Mbappe as well.
As Mbappe's come out, he's arguably having to become that second man, that one of Salam's favourite words, shadow striker.
Behind our good friend as well. Look, I'll say this: they're struggling. I think when it comes to Barca and the level they've gone, they've stuck to their guns in the sense of La Masia coming through the academy. You've built a squad through Barcelona, and they all play a specific style of football. You bring in someone like Xabi Alonso, he's going to change the whole identity. You're not going to get Mbappe and Vinny to track back the way you want them to.
Where to for Xavi? I've heard Liverpool.
Then just stick him to another deep end. I don't know. Can that team play style of football? Can you put Liverpool? Can you play 3-5-2 with that team?
What's in Frimpong?
I don't know.
It's interesting. Abdul, oft maybe, I don't know, not a geography expert, maybe 200 kilometres across the sea, and you end up in England, specifically London, Abdul.
Yeah, mate.
Arsenal versus Forest, 0-0. Could have got it to 9 points lead. We stick to 7. Now, before I get to this, City drop points. Arsenal failed to capitalise. Villa drop points. Failed to capitalise. Is this a gift from God?
I think so. And I saw a video earlier today and they made a lot of sense. I think the position of which games are played creates the narrative. Imagine it was Arsenal that played first and City that played after them. You'd definitely be talking about City not capitalising on Arsenal's losses.
True.
Now, yes, Manchester City drew. They lost, sorry. Arsenal drew. Do I think we played well enough? No. Do I think we should have had a penalty? Yes.
Do you think you should have scored the open goal? Probably.
Oh, without a doubt. But I got to question some of the choices. You know, why aren't you starting Saka? You know, Don Robbie was talking about it earlier about not starting Saka, starting Noni. When you've got a player like Victor Gyökeres, he's another one.
Milenkovic is catching up to him. Did you see that one-on-one shot?
It was Murillo.
Was it Murillo?
It was Murillo.
My apologies.
I don't blame him for it. Murillo's fucking rapid.
Sorry, I thought it was Milenkovic.
But there's just, I don't know, man. He's...
The one I'm interested in is I saw this thing on Twitter and I wanted to raise it to you live on camera to see an initial reaction. Some of your best games, I think it was Atleti away, Bayern at home, Spurs away. Odegaard didn't play.
That's got nothing to do with Odegaard.
1 second. I just want to... I'm getting to this thing. So you start Odegaard, club captain, amazing. You bring on Marino. Where's let it all work out, man? Because I would beg to differ that he would make something work out.
Look, I think there's something in the...
Why is he picking favourites?
I don't think it's picking favourites. I think there's
Marino.
There's something going on in the back end. But even then, when we played Portsmouth, Eze wasn't all that. Do I think he's a solution to Odegaard? Maybe. Do I think Moreno's a bad substitute? I don't think so.
No, but I'm nil to get to 9 points to make a statement. Like you trust him.
I'm gonna raise a question back on that question that you've given me. It's 0-0.
Yep.
Forest haven't had a shot on target.
Yep.
We've kept them out all game.
Yep.
We've just struggled to pick the lock. It's Sean Dyche we're playing here. He's gonna park a bus at 10, which he did.
You've had an open goal. You've had a header. That's it.
Now, bringing on Moreno is going to act more than just like a 10. He's going to get in the box and be a second 9, which I don't disagree with. I don't know why you're starting Madueke in a game like this when clearly you know you're going to come up against a back 10. You don't need someone who's going to be able to take on players with space.
You're playing Inter on Wednesday.
What do you prefer at the end of the day? Do you want to go to the San Siro and win, or do you want to extend your lead in the Premier League? You've got the squad depth enough to take care of it. Maybe not at the back at the moment, but I think when it comes to Arsenal right now,
at the back's your struggle.
I don't...
Because I'll be honest, I think what's going to lose you this title, if you lose it, 7 points is a big lead to blow. If you lose it, I don't think it'll be your back.
It's the attack. But at the same time...
So why are we bringing on Marino?
I think but I think it's deeper than just Marino, Thomas. It's not just... I'm not going to look at the substitutes.
You've got Eze, you've got...
Correct. But I also think that Eze, from what I've seen recently, since the North London derby, hasn't necessarily... lit the world up either. He played Portsmouth and looked average. Nwaneri probably looked a bit more positive than he did against Portsmouth. Even then, I'm like, if Odegaard's not making the difference, do you expect Eze to do it in that position, in that role specifically? No. That's what I've said from the start. I said Eze is a left winger. Eze should be playing over Trossard. If you give Eze minutes on the left and allow him to play into Gyökeres, as we saw earlier this season, it'll work out fine. Gyökeres is, there's a bit of concern at the moment, I think, because it's not that he's not scoring goals. He hasn't been as involved in the last couple of games. And I think that's the worrying thing there. Do I think our answer's on the bench, number 29? I think so.
So 3:30, Abdul, in about 5-6 days' time, brings us to an interesting fixture.
Yeah.
United versus Arsenal, Abdul.
Yeah.
And normally this will be a shoe-in for your club. Celebrate 3:30. I FaceTime Abdul live. Abdul, congratulate 10-point lead in the league, Abdul. However, we go to a fixture now where United have rubbed the floor with City. Rubbed the floor. I'm seeing Cunha Bruno, so Cunha Bruno, so. What do you do?
They will just, it's a new manager bounce at the end of the day.
No, we can't do that because
Yeah, but
Carrick knows the club inside out, etc. Playing the United DNA. I don't believe in that bullshit. But the locks were off. This wasn't an Ollie scenario, Abdul. This was one of the best United performances I have seen ever.
yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, but
Ever.
it's a new manager
Cunha
bounce.
didn't start.
He didn't need to. Cunha's not their best number 9.
He's not number 9.
What is he then?
Inside left.
He's a number. They signed him as a 9.
Oh, Mbemmo's better 9 than him.
Hence why he started.
Correct. And Cunha came on, he was the best player on the pitch. My question to you is, if United go like they did against City and they play the way they did and they have that intensity, because it was incredible to watch, Abdul, from United side, can they trouble you?
Defensively, potentially, I don't think they'll trouble us as much as they troubled City. The one thing,
Why is that?
because the one thing you can rely on with Arsenal is their defense. City have a lot of fragilities at the back.
They do.
Even in midfield, Rodri, pace-wise, is struggling. And we saw it that game. The minute you can get on Rodri's nerves and get ahead of him, you're going to get a yellow card out of him. That's going to change the game
Yeah,
completely.
but it was 54 pace versus 60 pace.
Still, at the same
That's
time.
the exact same thing.
Yeah, but you look at the wingers, they have Dorgu, you look at Amad Diallo as well. Their ability to get them behind was troubling City all game. But you look at them signing Mark Guehi, for example. Yes, it strengthens the back, but I think this system, the players they've got with them at the moment, is a completely different City. This isn't the same City that's going to go on a 12-game winning streak. They don't have that in them.
Why are we avoiding the question?
I'm not avoiding. I told you no, because I'm telling you about the difference between City and Arsenal is you can get at City the way Manchester United did. I haven't seen a team get at Arsenal the way they did for all that Liverpool, for example, Liverpool. Yeah. That's the best game we've seen them play against us in God knows how long. For all the trouble they did, they still couldn't get a single shot on target.
Okay. Now you're coming up a team that works in pairs well. They played a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
And obviously your left back, your left wing, your right back, your right wing, your 2 centres, your two stoppers, 2 forwards and 2 up front. Very easy on the eye. Very simple football.
Yeah.
And maybe that boded well with the rejuvenated United side that we looked at. Mainu looked a player.
Yeah.
The shackles were off. He's playing, brother. He's playing the rest of the season. 16 games left, 5th, whatever. He's playing all those 16s above a 7. Incredible performance. I'm looking at it. Mainu Casemiro can trouble Zubamendi and Odegaard. Rice, maybe not. Dorgu and Shaw can most definitely trouble Calafiores out, yeah?
Calafiores out. Timber and Ben White. Look, I'm not saying that there's not going to be any trouble. I think they'll definitely get at the boys. But there's a difference between Arsenal and City this season. There's a reason why we're 7 points clear. And there's a reason why at the end of the day we haven't looked as pretty as we have and we haven't been as efficient as we have, yet we're still picking up points. That's the difference between City and Arsenal this season, is that let's put all the shit aside. Let's take Manchester United's new manager bounce out of the way. Arsenal's 7 points clear for a reason.
Yep.
And let's not forget that. Yes, all right, there's frustrations at the moment. Should have picked up 3 points against Forest. Yes, I agree. But at the same time, there's a reason why we're top of the table. There's a reason why we're 7 points clear. And Michael Carrick, and yes, last time Michael Carrick managed against Arsenal, he beat Arsenal 3-2 on the day. Still remember that game. But ultimately, they had Cristiano Ronaldo on the side that day. And we had a back four that was still trying to figure itself out. We finished 5th that year. So what I'm trying to say here is that, yes, they're going to trouble us. I'm not denying that. Because if they play the way they did against City, they'll definitely get up against us. But people forget the one thing we are good at. We're good at being physical. We're good at actually getting into the grind as a team. And if you're going to come at Arsenal that way, expect an answer back.
Defensively, you're a lot stronger than City. I'm not gonna come here and deny that. But I'm shocked at home the way they performed City didn't have a shot for about 35 minutes, bro.
Oh,
There were periods where they didn't touch the ball.
they beat them to every second ball, and they were physical, and they made it tough for them. And I don't think you'll see the space they had against City against us. That we're too good a team defensively to be able to let them. And you'll see it against Inter Milan. Inter Milan this week.
Yeah, but are you concerned, let's say, because they scored their goal around 65th minute, in February, whatever. Are you concerned that it goes 0-0, 80th minute, 85th minute, and they sneak one? That's your problem, because defensively, I think you'll be okay. But I think their attack is a lot more dynamic than yours. Yours is very robotic.
Yeah.
Like, we either know how you're going to score. Long throw, set piece, deflection, or a strike outside.
Yeah, but if that game against Thomas, but if that game against Forest didn't explain to you as to why we look robotic, we're not pretty on the eye. It's like that for a reason, because you come up against teams. If you don't think Manchester United will sit back for a lot of that game, you'd be crazy. That's how most teams play against us.
Didn't against City. They went out and attacked.
Yeah, because City leaves space in behind, and we will too. But at the same time, I think we're a lot more troubling on the transition as well more than City. They've got Haaland, they've got that running behind. But I think
Turkey, Foden.
But as a team on the transition, you've seen what we can do as well. So I doubt Manchester United are going to leave that much space in behind them, knowing what we're capable of. Plus the corners and the long throws, and yeah, I agree, set piece FC, whatever. But at the same time, it's got us 7 points ahead. I'm not complaining. A goal's a goal. And right now,
Could be 4 by Sunday.
We're the favourites for the Premier League. We're the favourites for the Champions League. Arguably the favourites in every cup we're still in at the moment. And there's a reason for that. So, yes, I'm not happy with the performance. But at the same time, I know what type of team we are. And I've said it for the last month or so. We're nowhere near our best. If anything, we're frustrating ourselves at the moment. Yet we're still 7 points clear. What does that tell you?
Tight league.
Forget tight league. We're not even hitting our first gear yet. Like, I still think bring Havertz, God forbid bring Moreno at striker at the moment. I think you'll see a bit more of an output. I think Gyökeres has been disappointing.
Against United?
You're asking me? Havertz.
Who's that they're going to start against United?
Probably Gyökeres. But I think he's...
Saka or Madueke?
Saka, of course.
Got to play Saka.
But Saka's got to pass the ball more. He loves just...
He loves being that guy.
You know in FIFA when... I know I'm bringing up FIFA, but you know when you won't shoot unless it's a certain goal? That's Saka with crossing the ball in. He just needs to let it out early sometimes. Gyökeres will make the run. Gyökeres makes the run 9 times out of 10. But they don't find him. Because no one wants to make that ball. And I was watching a video and someone said it. Bruno Fernandes, on his day, is probably the best midfielder in the Premier League. And I don't disagree. Because he's willing to take risks. I think this is where our side's a bit safe. There's things that Odegaard does that I don't think Bruno can do. No.
Fucking deluded.
No.
Off to Australia.
No. I think Odegaard takes a lot less risks than Bruno. But if I throw 100 shots, I'm bound to score 1. Odegaard's a lot more calculated. And I think for the style that we play, we need calculated. We can't have the one guy keep launching. You saw Bruno, bro. He was offside.
Why just is that? You need that catalyst. You need that maverick when shit's not going your way against the Forest.
I don't know.
To bring on.
Clearly something's wrong. Clearly something's up between Eze and Arteta.
But you need that maverick. You need that style of player.
Yeah, but we've got that. We've got that.
Use them. Fucking use them.
I don't know.
What else you got? Use it.
What do you expect us to do?
If you throw this league away now, you've got nothing to.
I don't think we will. I personally don't think we will. I don't think we're anywhere near throwing it away. I think we're too safe to throw it away, and I think that's probably the best way to put it. At worst, I think we shorten the lead. We bring it down to, I can see going down to like 4 points or so, but I don't think
it gets
any worse.
Loss against United or?
No, I'm expecting us to win.
Yeah, win United.
I think we'll beat United 3-1.
Clip this. Okay.
I think we beat them 3-1, and I think it's a 2-0 lead. I think they score 2-1, and then we score
Victor
towards the end.
Transition.
Oh, look, I think Victor will definitely get on the score sheet. I think it's one of those games.
Please, Clip, please.
It's one of those games where Victor finds his form.
Okay.
I think Odegaard puts on a masterclass as well. Now, my only concern is if we play Miles or Skelly, because Timber's not looking as comfortable at left back. You can tell that he's not as comfortable on his left as he is his right.
Benny's forced his way into the squad.
Oh, bro, I love Ben White.
You love many players.
I love me some Benny Blanco.
Abdul. Okay. On to Australia. onto a team that will need a industrial revolution, some would say, Abdul, to win the league. West Sydney Wanderers go down again after promising last week 1-0 against Victory. Don't know how we won that. And we go down to the Jets, 2-1. We didn't start attacking until the 70th minute.
Yep.
At home, by the way. All the advertising in the week, Abdul. You remember, you get a free ticket. 20% off your purchases. Means fuck all, guys. Means fuck all if you don't get results, because these fans in Australia will not come back.
Well,
Sad.
Yeah, but you've been like that for how many years, though? That's the problem.
You're not a fan of the club. So called. But you're not a fan. Very sad. It's very sad. It hurts. It hurts. A lot of rumours. Ryan Fraser might have signed Abdul. Stage might be going.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? The only thing I could talk about is what I saw on the pitch, Abdul. And for 60 minutes, shit. Pure shit. Pure shit.
Long ball to Ibisuki.
Long ball to Ibisuki. Players passing sideways between the 6 and the 8. Between the 4 and the 3. Between the 3 and the 2. And the 4 and the 5. Just sideways FC. Just fucking sideways. No dynamism, no break. Jets, on the other hand,
Full of
fucking
dynamism.
exciting. From the 6 to the winger. From the 8 to the 9. From the 10 to the fucking right winger. It's quick. It's dynamic. 3 balls, they're attacking.
Mate, the box office chats, mate.
Fucking oath they are. And nothing encapsulates that more than my brother's hit.
Eli.
That is a hit and a half. Someone questioned Thomas. Thomas could not do fuck all. The noise it made when it cannoned off the boot into the... I blinked, bro, and it went in.
Bro, it's Eli
That
Adams.
is a
Bro.
hit and a half. Abdul.
Eli Cole Palmer Adams, mate. I don't even think Cole could hit that.
Maybe not this season. But that is a hit and a half, bro.
Look, I got to put it to Milligan. I think he's definitely got the most entertaining team in the
of
league.
course he does, bro.
But you look at the Wanderers.
No, fuck, where'd he go, bro? Where'd he start, cuz?
Because even just the whole, like, you only got 5,000 people at the game. Can I, mind you, Sydney FC returned to Allianz this
12,000,
weekend.
yeah, we get it.
Over 13,000 people showed up to that game.
2-0 defeat.
But I don't know what it is. They show up, win, lose, or draw.
We have unique fans. But again, we've had a different upbringing to Sydney FC. We've had a different... Our club has been so-called... We've burned a lot of bridges. There's been stuff which I'm not educated enough to speak on in terms of certain deals, certain involvements, sort of mistreating, empty promises.
Yeah.
A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff which has burnt a lot of bridges and left a sour taste in a lot of fans' mouths. And I'm not going to comment here and say they have every right to act like that, or they have every right not to show up, or to show up. Everyone can do what they want. That's their individual choice, their prerogative. Everyone's had a different experience with the club. But Scott Hudson, over the last 2 years, has cold called my phone 5 times. He has cold called every member's... I know that. I work within the club, guys. I know that. The membership team are trying. The activation team are trying. The events team are trying. The social media team is trying. Look, what else can we do? I know they say some things are unforgivable. But if the business team or the behind the office team, whatever office stuff, if they're doing their bit, the players on the pitch have got to pull the weight. Because at the end of the day, people don't know the staff in the office. They don't know that they don't support it because of that. They support it because of the badge and they support the results.
No, they don't. But at the same time, at what point, like, who do you blame? This is what I'm trying to get to, is that we can blame the players, yes, but at the same time, it's much deeper rooted than that. Like you said,
We're a unique, very unique club.
I've seen it with, like, even with growing up a Bulldogs fan. You know, we went through a period where we were absolutely the worst team in the competition. Fans weren't showing up. Rightfully so. But we had one season where we were absolutely pretty much almost made top 4. Second season we made top 4. You're averaging 33,000 people a game. But that's just how Western Sydney is. Your team doesn't win, you don't show up. It's kind of sad. But how can you get them to a game? How can you need that 12th man? The Wanderers need that 12th man. And I think that's what's missing at the moment. The soul has left. I think it just feels the soul's gone out of the club at the moment. And
my father, if you don't know my father, beautiful man. Member since day one, me and my father. I look at him now and I speak to the Wanderers. There's no emotion there. There's no gush. There's fucking in Croatia word. There's no fucking. It's like you rock up there, you know what's gonna happen. You just know. The only time where I've seen that out of him is that Rudin season. I'm not condoning Rudin's tactics, what he did, what he said, how he played, whatever. But he got results. He brought people into the stadium up.
Yeah.
As a Wanderers fan, that's been a member for 13 years, stayed there since day one. 14 years, sorry. I will take that every year. Where you had that 12th man, the RBB was there. Everyone was together. It was together. Everyone was together. I get a bit emotional thinking about everyone was together. I look at it now; it's a bit soulless. We've lost that. You're right. We've lost that identity. We've lost what makes us unique. We've lost that dynamic factor about Western Sydney Wanderers and who they are, what they represent, what they mean to people. I don't remember sitting next to the people that I used to sit with when I was 12 and 13 in that first year. That second year, and every year it gets less. Why they drop off?
Because it was a spectacle. The club was a spectacle, at least back then. The only thing now that gets people out is a Sydney derby. Let's be honest with ourselves. And they only come out because they know they'll turn up that day. You can't not turn up on a Sydney derby. That's just the way it is. But
we're there next week,
mate.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, look, I think when it comes to the Wanderers on the field, I think there's a lot to work on. I don't think what's being put out there is working at the moment. It's not, and I think Ibusuki is not going to help that because it just feels like
it looked okay, but again, it's like a Jokeres. Where are you going to find? You tell me a source in that team that can deliver in a ball. No fucking.
You had one last year.
Thank you, Abdul.
Why not?
We'll move on. We did. He lost on the weekend. Moving on to your club, Abdul. Some would say the east side of Sydney. Geographically, it is. Do you know loss? What's happened there? Return to Moore Park.
Look, 13,000 fans came out on the day.
Great watch.
I will say the red card obviously made a difference.
It was the second yellow.
Yeah.
You can't. Just a brain snap young player, Reece Hewley. Talented, but...
My guy. Yeah, look, the performance itself, up until that point, was all right.
Yeah, I looked at it, I went pretty even game.
But Wellington, obviously, they picked us apart after the yellow card. But what can you do at the end of the day? We're still second. We're still a game in hand and 2 points off top of the table. So through all the shit times we've had this year, through all the defeats, the games against Newcastle, for example, where you lose 2-0 or whatever it was on the day, you can't complain. We're still 2 points off the top of the game in hand, and we've still got a lot of injuries to come back. Joe Lolly's not even back yet.
I'm aware.
And I think when it comes to players like Campazano, Pat Wood, they're slowly finding their feet. Campazano for me look, he's all right. I think Pat Wood's coming into his own. Did you realise Pat Wood was only about 24, by the way?
He's still young, bro.
Still fairly young, but yeah.
Looks a bit old. That's okay.
Could be worse. I mean, the moustache is fucking... is beaming you don't miss him.
You know, bro.
He's good. But ultimately, it is what it is.
Your wife, Wood's got a moustache.
Mate, the porn stash has come out, mate.
Okay, carry on.
But put it this way. I think there's worse things to worry about. We could be the Wanderers. So you're currently bottom of the table officially, I believe, as well. Mariners picked up a point.
We are.
But yeah, I think...
The derby's coming around, we'll win that one.
Mate, I've been promised something that if the Wanderers do win 3 derbies this year, something's being posted by the Wanderers apparently. So,
listen, we want what is going to be posted. Everyone wants that.
Imagine that, bro. It's
everyone wants that. That would make my day. Anyway,
that would be wild.
Abdul,
let's talk about it, mate. The original
rivalry classic. I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Oh, without a doubt.
So I'm there after the game. Me and my father were at the Bistro Para Club after the game because obviously we lost, so we had to drown our sorrows in a chicken schnitzel and beef burger. Hello, Abdul.
With sauce, Thomas?
No sauce, Abdul. It's very plain.
Depressing.
A bit oily, but that's okay. Anyway.
It's a schnitzel, what do you expect?
Okay. So we're there. 0-0 half-time, Goodwin. So 1-0 half-time, Goodwin does it absolutely wonderful. He's just a class player. But starting Socceroo for me has to start.
Yeah.
We leave, we get in the car, we arrive home for the start of the second half. Fuck me, what a game. What an absolute classic. Victory pull it back, and then they arguably go ahead.
Keyword arguably.
I'm going to tell you right now, besides the AFCON shenanigans that happened, that is the worst fucking refereeing call I've ever seen in my life. You cannot argue it. The keeper's eyes are on the ball. You see the angle. Here on the ball. The guy is not even in his direction. And apparently it's blocking. No. And the guy thunder twats it into the back of the net, top left-hand corner. No one is saving that. Absolutely no one.
I'm gonna say this.
Fucking play devil's advocate, of course.
No. I'm gonna say this.
Defending Adelaide. Why? Because they're at Cooper's.
No. I'm gonna put it this way.
Oh, no.
I think if you're gonna call it like that as a blanket rule, as a black and white rule, if you're offside and in front of the keeper, because
Michael, he wasn't.
I agree, he wasn't gonna save it anyway, but he was still in the vision of him.
No.
Yeah, but this is the rule is like saying, oh, someone got fouled down the other side, but because he was never gonna get to the ball anyway, it's not gonna make a difference. The goal still stands. You can't call it that way. Just because he was never getting to it doesn't mean we all know he was in front of him, and I agree that he was never getting to it. But he
wasn't directly in front of him.
But he still obstructs his vision. Just because you're here and the bloke's taking the shot here doesn't mean you're blocking my vision out of a certain way.
He's really obstructing your vision there.
That doesn't make sense. No, but you're in front of me.
That's where the guy was, bro.
Yeah, but who's to say that the shot wasn't going to go that way?
Oh my god!
This is what I'm trying to say.
You're working with facts here.
This is
where did the shot?
I know,
go?
but
where did the shot
but you got to think as well. If you're standing right in front of me and I think the shot's going that way, you're obstructing my view as to where the ball's coming from. No, it's true. Do I think it should have stood? To a degree, yes. Do I? No. But do I understand why?
Fucking pi or mathematics.
No. But do I understand why they've not given it? Yes, I also do.
Are you a referee?
No, but I can see why they haven't given it. If you can't, you seriously
that was
deluded.
against FC, would you be?
Of course, I'd be pissed off, Thomas. Yeah, but I'm telling you now, I can see both sides. But do I think that there's a reason why they could have given it? Yes, he wasn't going to get to it. But at the same time, black and white ruling.
Bro, the guy was 100 meters away from me as well, bro. He
Black
wasn't in his sight, bro.
Black and white ruling.
Look at me up, bro. Okay, pretend I'm the keeper.
Yeah.
You're in front of me.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually in front of me. He was over there, by the way. The guy is over there. Adelaide defender is actually in his peripheral vision, whatever the fucking term is.
Yeah.
I can see behind you. You're not blocking me.
Yeah, but
you're not blocking me.
No, I know that, but there's also that creates doubt because you can't complete. There's an obstruction there in front of you. What I'm trying to say is I've seen Arsenal games where they haven't given goals because of it.
Fucking Arsenal's a different case, bro.
No, but I agree with you. But I also see why they haven't given it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say here. So do I think it could have been given? Yes. Do I understand why they didn't give it? Yes, as well.
Do you want to work for the PGMO or whatever the fuck it is?
No, but do you not?
Where you want to go?
Do you not see
You be a podcast special guest PGMO.
Potential? We'll just have the computer sitting here, the FVS just sitting right there chilling. What I'm trying to tell you, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you can't see a way where this goal can't be given.
No.
So you think it's a definite goal?
Of course it is.
Yeah, but you wouldn't understand. You're not a keeper.
And your highest keeping record is?
Undefeated in Division 3. What have you done in your career, Thomas? Dropped by how many NPL clubs?
Failed prospect.
You have to be a prospect first. Failed winger, actually.
I'm a left back now. Abdul. And then we go to Ryan Kiddo.
What a header.
Now, whether he meant it or not, I think he meant it. Because I'm looking at the way he actually hit it. The way he made contact with the ball. What a header.
That's physics out of 10.
Why can't your crews do that?
I don't know.
Anyway. Fucking hell.
Maybe because he's not playing at Cooper's.
Hey.
Victor at the Coopers, mate. Imagine that.
Still 0 goals. Anyway, what a header. That's an incredible header. 2-1, amazing scenes. They talked to Adelaide defender that was young. Watched it from the stands. Incredible scenes to be part of that original rivalry. But I want to get to the attendance before we move on to AFCON. 14,000 or 15,000.
Yeah.
It was 3,000 Victory fans that showed up. Had a whole bay there. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. I know Coopers have got a really good contingent there. They've got a good thing going, the Red Army and everything. But Coopers is an absolute iconic of the A-League. It's an icon. It's an iconic place to be, iconic stadium. And the atmosphere that it gets, I think it's very undervalued and very underappreciated, Abdul. But every home game, they're constantly above 10.
Yeah,
It's
because
beautiful to watch.
it's built perfectly for the A League.
Massive.
I've said it before. I said half the stadiums that we play NPL at should be A League stadiums. Cooper's is the best example of that. Cooper's is just slightly smaller than Leichhardt. Like we saw it with Sydney FC. Go to Leichhardt, fill out the stadium. Makes the biggest difference. It actually looks nice on the eye to watch.
Beautiful.
Which is why Cooper's is so it's such a nice stadium to go to as well.
We should go to Cooper's.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know if they'll have me there, but Adelaide
I'll
can't
have
play
you.
this. Adelaide can't play unless it's at Cooper's. Sorry.
You keep digging that hole.
Sorry to Dylan and the boys. But I will say this. Definitely one of the better games that we've seen this year, without a doubt.
Amazing game, top game.
And
Game of the season so far?
yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Up there, that derby that we
Last
watched.
night,
Which one?
Sydney Derby.
The 1-0? Well, because it's the only game you've watched that.
We've won 3 games this year.
You know what my favourite game was? Actually the pre-season. Wanderers vs Heidelberg. Do you remember that one, Thomas?
I do.
What was the score?
Anyway,
3-0 to an NPL team.
Heidelberg, great NPL team. Done really well.
Right. Anyway, onto the funniest competition I think I've ever seen in my life.
You rant and then I'll rant.
I'm not even going to go on.
I've got to
rant
rant.
here. I think the African Cup of Nations is a great
It's
competition.
the best competition. Fuck it is.
But some of the shenanigans that goes on here now, not in any day or night that I've ever seen, was that not a penalty, because he grabbed him and he pulled him down. Now,
We're talking about the one that Senegal should have received.
the one that Morocco received, that Senegal
Yes.
walked off for.
Yes.
That
It's
was
not a penalty.
that is a penalty. He grabbed him and he dragged him to the floor in the box. Took him out of the way completely.
Okay.
Black and white. I've given up on VAR and seeing it in colour. This is black and white. He's dragged him down. It's a penalty in the box. Do we need to drag the whole team off? No. Like, it's like playing... They did the definition of rage quitting. They tried to rage quit an actual game. It's a disgrace.
But did you see everything that led up to that? That was fucking disgraceful.
Hey, with all due respect, Senegal had a lot of chances in that game.
They did.
They were the better team throughout it. Brahim Diaz is a bit selfish at times, even the way he took that
Fucking
penalty.
Brahim, let's go before that.
Yeah,
We're in Morocco, so the people that don't know, the tournament was in Morocco, held in Morocco.
yeah,
Ripped off against Cameroon. Cameroon should have got a pen. Ripped off.
yeah.
Very lucky in the quarters. Very lucky. And then we get to the final. Senegal had to take a train to the stadium up there. They got mobbed by the Moroccan officials. The Senegalese fans were attacked after the team stormed off the pitch. Were attacked by the officials. We're talking armed police officers up there were attacked.
Yeah.
And then to the biggest shenanigans of all, the ball boys, the whole tournament, have been taking the goalkeeper's towel. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I'll say that. That's actually quite funny.
It's not fucking funny. That's shambolic. To be a host nation and to have to resort to that is fucking shambolic. Shambolic. And then the audacity of the substitutes to get into the way of Diouf, the backup keeper, doing nothing wrong. He's had to resort to not warming up, by the way. God forbid if Mendy got injured and he had to come on and he hasn't warmed up. Why? Because he's guarding the towel of Mendy. Because Morocco's going to throw it over the fucking thing. That's shit. That's not shithousery. That's not fucking mind games. That's just dodgy shit sportsmanship.
Can we not act?
No.
Can we not act like this hasn't been AFCON for God knows how?
No.
But this is always AFCON's always been that
It's wrong.
competition.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. No, it's wrong.
It's always been like that though. But
It
it's
is not.
okay.
No,
I'm
I've
not
never.
defending.
He's fucking man marketing like Ander Herrera was to fucking Hazard.
I'm not.
Stop. No.
I'm not defending the actions here.
The guy's doing this as fucking Diouf's running. The ball boys are chasing the fucking keeper off the stadium. It's not right. No, it's not. I get pissed off. It's funny. It's fucking
It's
hilarious.
funny, but can I say this? I'm gonna rebuttal this argument for a second.
Where's the rebuttal? Tell
Not
me
in,
what world.
not in,
Bother marking me. Where's the rebuttal?
not in any world is that right. But God forbid,
It's not right. Just-
but God forbid this happens in a championship match in England.
He gets fined.
Yeah,
He gets fucking
but
fined.
people will laugh it off. Then it's just the ball
Laugh
boy.
it off.
It's the ball boy
No,
being
we get
smart.
fucking fined by the FA, and the opposition fans will come. And
Yeah, but welcome to
But
Africa.
why? Because it's in Morocco. No, one second. because it's in Morocco, the host nation's doing it, and it's so-called being scripted for them to win.
Do you not? I think it was one
I
of
hate that.
do you-
I fucking hate
bro,
that.
It was an AFCON game, I think, or a qualifier for AFCON a few years ago, where the referee was blowing the whistle like 8 times over.
6 minutes before.
Okay, but you can't act like this is an AFCON. This has been AFCON for the best part of God knows however.
It's a great tournament. It's fucking amazing.
And you know what? Morocco almost did it. They almost won the whole thing. And you know, again, not that I...
But is it karma? Just say, is it karma? You a villain. Do you like shit like this?
I wouldn't call it karma. It's just...
Oh my God, are you serious? Where's the sportsmanship in that?
Look, through all of that, to be fair, Senegal should have won the game in 90 minutes. This didn't need to go to extra time.
Sadio Mane should have a statue fucking built on him when he gets home.
He did the full on, I am the captain now, dragged everyone back onto the field.
Fucking that movie, what's that movie? The boat movie. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
I
you're
am captain now. That fucker is captain now.
Is it, what's it called? Pirates of the Caribbean, I think. No. I don't know which movie it is. I know.
See how I didn't know, but I just said boat movie, and you went Pirates of the Caribbean.
Could be. Anyway,
I beg you. Where's our? I beg you. When he does that, create. When he said Pirates of the Caribbean, put a title of what Caribbean. Oh my.
could have been. It could have been a snippet from it. Pretty sure it is.
No, it's not. Stop digging your hole.
Let me look at it. Let me Google it, actually.
It's Captain Phillips. That's what the thing's called.
I am the captain now movie. Captain Phillips.
That's what I just said.
Right, look. His name was
Dun, dun, dun.
his name was Barkhad Abdi.
Yeah, that brother's Baghdad Abdi.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
That was a sick movie. That guy is fucking wow.
Mate, my guy Abdi, bro, is fucking...
No, but he did promise, Mane did promise in his last AFCON that he will bring it back to home, and he did. It was amazing season. Senegal did deserve it, Abdi.
No, look,
They did deserve
they and the goal that won it for them was a thunderbolt. And I'll tell you what, like I said,
That's a Militich 101.
Morocco, Militich is dreaming. Morocco, yes, played the mind games.
The mind games.
It was
They
mind
played the
games.
cunt games. And it wasn't right.
But we've seen this before.
I didn't like it. That's worse than anything Martinez has ever done.
We've seen this
That's
before.
worse than anything Martinez has
I
ever
know, but we've seen
done. That's
this.
worse than this with the trophy. I don't. That's worse.
We've seen this before, though.
Have we?
Yes, we
From
have.
Morocco.
Not from
host
Morocco
nation.
themselves, but AFCON's been
A
known.
host nation.
Okay, stop acting like they're inviting people to their house for dinner. You're making it sound like...
A host nation.
Okay, but this is...
Resorting to that fucking method to get any event that's fucking...
it
The coaching staff should be embarrassed. The players should be embarrassed. The home country should be embarrassed.
Bro, it can't be as bad as what's his name? Bielsa spying on other teams' trainings from a few years ago. We've seen this before. I'm telling you. Back when Bielsa was at Leeds, he used to go and send people to spy on other teams' trainings to
I'm
watch
aware of
tactics. What I'm trying to say is this exists in football.
No, I'm okay.
We just aren't used to seeing it in 2026. And unfortunately, AFCON...
Fucking 26 is 19 days old.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is we've seen this in AFCON for years. Stop acting surprised that this is the first time. AFCON's been known for the competition to be like this. And it shouldn't be.
You make me sick, bro.
But what I'm trying to say is it almost worked out for Morocco, and it could have been the heist of the century. Had it worked out for Morocco, we'd be having a different conversation right now. Brahim Diaz could have been ridden in
Sad to say, but top goal scorer. In the tournament as well, just saving tears after.
yeah. What's his name? Today I am feeling Moroccan. Was consoling him. The FIFA president, what's his name again?
Johnny Infantino. That guy, but fuck, he has balls. To do a Panenka in a final before extra time
20 minutes later.
is fucked.
Yeah.
He's fucked.
Yeah. What do you do, but?
You see the Sadio Mane thing? And he goes, he goes into the tunnel, goes around the security. Within 3 minutes, gets his all players out there. Mendy takes another 6 minutes to walk to the penalty spot, walks off his line, stands in front of Diaz, cops the yellow.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that if Senegal didn't walk off, Mendy didn't do the mind games,
Diaz probably scores
Diaz
that. Yeah,
scores.
I think so.
does he do the Panenka bar? Or did Diaz go? Or did Senegal reverse psychological Morocco?
Potentially.
They would have went, you know what, fuck you and your mind games. Fuck what you're doing to our keeper and our fans. We're going to do this to you.
Did you see that video
That's
of
the
the?
biggest Uno reverse I've seen.
Did you see the video of the ball boys chasing the
That's what I
freaking?
just said at the start.
It
That's
killed,
embarrassing.
bro.
That's not killing. That's not laughing.
No, but it's funny just the way.
Why is the keeper scared, bro?
I love it,
The keeper's
bro.
so scared.
Bro, I love it.
But-
It's wrong, but I love it.
It's wrong. Thank you for admitting it's wrong. But Senegal Uno reversed Morocco after that. And they had every right to. They had every right to.
Look, with all due respect, like I said, you and I both know Manchester United under Fergie, especially in the early 2000s. This was no different.
We'll move on.
But this was no different.
Was it really?
It wasn't.
Was it? Were you watching football back then? No, you weren't.
Big man, did you see the games that they used to play? That game specifically against Arsenal.
Yeah, figure time. It's okay.
Not even Fergie time. The amount of 2-foot slide tackles and actually getting into players,
Football was a different era,
starting
please.
fights in tunnels.
Football was a different
But
era.
this is what I'm saying.
Fucking,
What are you're proving what
I
you're proving what I've said
From what
before.
I said.
We're just not used to seeing it in 2026.
19 days old. 20 days.
Yeah, it's a figure of speech. Anyway, on to
You're fucked up.
bigger and better competitions.
Is that? After we said AFCON was the best. Abdul,
Champions League.
off to the so-called league that Arsenal has wrapped up, Abdul.
Favourites, mate.
Favourites, maybe for the wrong reason. Abdul, we are here in round 7 for the Champions League, Abdul, where Arsenal are sitting pretty at first with not a game in hand, but 3 points ahead of Bayern Munich and 5 points ahead of PSG.
We could lose, and we can afford to lose the game in the Champions League.
And maybe it comes against Inter away at home at the San Siro. Abdul, I'm going to run you through some of the big ones, and we're just going to go quickly as a way to exit us. And I have a little surprise for you at the end, because I love surprises. Abdul,
Thomas.
Man City versus Bodo Glimt.
Man City 1-0.
Man City 3-1. Napoli versus Copenhagen. Napoli 2-1.
Napoli 2-0.
Inter versus Arsenal 0-0. Get ready for the most boring shit you've ever seen.
1-0 Arsenal.
Of course it is.
Penalty.
Yeah, who scores?
Saka.
Yeah, Cruz. An interesting one. Madrid versus Monaco.
Monaco.
Yep.
2-2.
Yeah. Madrid continue. At home, by the way.
Yeah.
So the booze continue.
The Blues continue.
Vinny scores. 2-1. 2-1
Vinny scores the equaliser.
and gets booed.
Somehow.
PSG versus Sporting.
5-0 PSG.
4-0 PSG. Tottenham versus Dortmund. Tottenham at home. 3-1 Dortmund.
4-2 Dortmund.
What do you think of Gallagher, by the way? I don't like that.
What? That he joined Tottenham? Well, you should have offered him to come back to Chelsea.
Should have. He would have started, by the way.
Over Enzo, maybe.
Gallagher? Yes or no? Tottenham.
Yeah. I like it. I would have taken
I
Gallagher.
like Gallagher.
He's a great player. Have you seen that video of him singing?
Can sing, bro. What can't the man do? I've seen misses as well.
No.
Gallagher's misses.
No. What about it, Thomas?
No, it's something after. Madrid versus Galatasaray.
Galatasaray 1-0.
Against Madrid.
There'll be an upset.
2-1 Madrid.
Sorry,
Alvarez.
Pags.
Interesting game, Abdul. Really interesting. Not sure if you've ever seen these two teams play because your knowledge doesn't extend to these leagues. Atalanta versus Athletic Club. Nico Williams versus Mario Pasalic.
3-3.
Viking. 3-3. Fair result. I'm going 2-2. Bayern Munich versus Union St. Gilles. Bayern 6-1.
Bayern 2-1.
By the way, if Arsenal don't win it, is it Bayern's?
Yeah, probably.
Bro, they are fucking looking good, man.
But we absolutely
Of course.
demolished
Chelsea versus Pafos.
Pafos.
Sorry, let me. Chelsea versus Mislav Orsic.
Pafos 5-0.
Chelsea 3-1. Orsic scores, though. My king. Juve versus Benfica. This is where my upset comes. Juve have been nothing short of shit. Benfica 2-1.
And this is where they find form.
Of course they do.
4-1 Juve.
Vlahovic, 4 goals, I'm assuming.
Dusan. Ajmo, brate.
Now, I'm going to go 3 for 3 here. Marseille versus Liverpool. Liverpool 2-1.
Marseille 2-1.
Of course. Really interesting game. This is an interesting game. Newcastle versus PSV. Now, PSV are currently up to first in Netherlands. Perisic on fire. Newcastle at home, though. So that was given an advantage.
Newcastle 2-0.
Of course. I'm going to go 3-2 Newcastle. But PSV will give them a one heck of a game. And Abdul, Slavia Prague at home versus Barcelona. Let's not forget, Slavia Prague got a draw against Barca last time.
Slavia 1-0.
Madrid. Barca 4-1. They're going to come back and they're going to absolutely pummel them. I want to take it to some of our fans at Instagram, Abdul, where I did post a lovely picture of you looking at your medal. One of the few that you've won, Abdul.
Not like you've won anything in life, Thomas.
We'll carry on. So I'm going to look at a few here, and a few of them have some interesting responses. So my question was, if Arsenal doesn't win the Champions League, Abdul, who's going to win it? Barcelona, 3 votes. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Yeah. Bayern Munich, 16 votes. For me, they're the favourites. Sorry to ruin that bubble for you.
You know it's Arsenal.
You reckon?
On their day can beat anyone.
PSG, 3 votes. No response to that. No. Man City, 4. Chelsea, 1. Sorry, that was me.
Lots of people voted, Thomas.
And Madrid, 5 votes because it's Madrid.
What about Arsenal?
The question was specifically wasn't. So do you honestly reckon, because I know, do you honestly think that it's Arsenal's to win?
I think it's Arsenal's to lose.
The Champions League
The Champions League is Arsenal's to lose. Have you noticed this season, it's the big games that we haven't disappointed in?
I'm aware. The games that Odegaard hasn't played.
Not necessarily,
Okay.
no. It's made zero difference, Thomas. If anything, we've looked better and more silky with him in the team. And I don't want to go back on this conversation because we had it already. But I think both the Premier League and the Champions League is ours to lose.
Okay. So I know you beat Bayern at home, away from home, correct?
Yeah.
Great performance. I was at school watching the game. Great game. Semi-final, quarter-final, final, God forbid Arsenal make a final, God forbid Arsenal. It's against Bayern or it's against the PSG, it's against the Real Madrid.
Yeah.
One-off game. 90 minutes.
You still,
Can you win the Champions League? Be honest with me.
yes.
With your attack.
It's not our attack that wins it.
Fucking cunty football. I hate it.
You had Jose Mourinho as a coach for God
Mikey
knows how
Mourinho.
long. Yeah, but you can't turn around and tell me you don't appreciate defense winning games for you.
I don't.
Because all we need is to put the ball in the back of the net at least once, and we're set.
I've struggled to do that.
Oh, if it's not off open play, it's set piece that's worked out.
How do you say that so shamelessly?
Because a goal's a goal.
Against Mourinho, at least it was exciting.
Jose would be proud.
No, Jose was proud of Chelsea, bro.
No, you know Jose would be proud of Mikel.
Would he?
Even he said it himself back in the day. He said that Mikel's going to be the next big guy.
He did say that.
And you know what?
He did say that about Xabi as well. Because you look at who's Xabi been under?
Pep Guardiola.
Mourinho. Ancelotti.
Listen, I've got no shame in the set pieces. I don't. I really don't. And I respect it because if you can't score open play...
So you beat Inter?
I think we beat Inter.
And you beat United?
We beat United.
2 wins for Arsenal. God help the other
6
fan
points,
bases.
mate. 6 points.
Abdul, it's been another episode of UBF. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I love feeding this Arsenal delusion to you, Abdul. That it's all coming home, Abdul. It's all going to work out.
Quadruple.
Sorry.
Quadruple.
We're into there. I've been Thomas of UBF.
I've been a delusional Arsenal fan, apparently.
Name?
Declan Rice.
Victor Gyökeres. Oh, sorry. Rice for the Ballon d'Or. My apologies.
Yeah, if England do win the World Cup, Rice wins the Ballon d'Or.
Goodbye for now.
Ciao.